So one of our listeners out there, or viewers, came back to us requesting that we set the record straight as far as the amount of time it would actually take to go get a trade, get a commodity from our source station, bring it back to Aliyub, and cash in. How long does that take? And especially when you're doing it at 50 mil a clip, how long does it take each commander to complete that run and cash in at 50 mil? Let's find out. So we are here right now in Alley Hub, and we definitely want to make sure that we have what we need in order to make sure that this run goes well. So let's go ahead and take a look at our missions and see if any one of our factions have a good mission for us to use as an example. So we're going to go into transportation, and guys, definitely stay with me. We're looking for any type of team missions that will give us a high yield. The closer it is to 50 million, the better. All right, here it is. We have two of them, actually. We can do both of these here. We can take 388 units of silver. We're going to take that in. That will give us a $50 million profit. Here it is on the Indite, 40 mil. We'll take that one also. Bertrandite, 712 units at 50 mil. We'll take that also. So as you can see, we do have a selective few of missions that's going to be able to give us back the high yield that we're looking for. So now, mind you, we have our ship, which is the Type 9. Minimum outputs as far as upgrades and engineering that's being done to it. Definitely did some things with the frame shift drive to be able to jump a little bit further, and based upon our capacity that we have for our cargo. But the question still stands: how fast can you get that? How fast can we actually go in towards our missions and get back here in order to cash in towards our commodities that we just raised up? And I'm as curious as you guys are. So we're going to put this to the test right now. So we're going to head back out. It's landing gear down. Landing gear up to landing gear down. We're gonna call that. So we're gonna run to our source station. We already know where our source station is at. It's gonna be in the Tar City system. We're going to Ortiz Moreno. We're gonna pick up our commodities and head back here to Aliyub and Reina and cash in. We already know the game plan. We've been doing this for such a long time. So without further ado, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start the timer. It's gonna kick in after a couple seconds, but at least that time is gonna be going when landing gears goes up. And I'm gonna start that in 3, 2, 1, and start. Game starts. We're off. While we're actually moving around just to get back out there on the ship, we're gonna plot in our navigation. We already know where we're going. What's the sense of wasting time plotting it out? So right now, she's just lifting off of our landing pad. We're going to plot in our Tar City, which is one jump away because we have already engineered our system, our ship for this. She should be out the hub by now. Oh, come on, what's going on? This is another thing too. Usually when there's too much traffic within the station, there is usually a holdup. But we look good now. As soon as I'm clear, I'm going to just go ahead and put full boost, just to make sure that we get out of here, clear the station, and make sure that we get out of our mass lock. We already know exactly where our trajectories are going to be pointing to. We're going to line ourselves up with Tarsetti, which is only 20 clicks out. Once that mass lock is off, we are jumping. Mass lock is cleared. We're jumping in. And so far, our timer is at 1 minute and 30 seconds. I am more than confident to say that you guys can do this at a very faster pace. I'm just not rushing it. I just want to make sure that we clear the air with how fast we can actually make 200 million. We are here in Tarsetti. We're going to definitely just lock up to Ortiz Morena, which is 45 light seconds away from the star and appears to be right ahead of us. Our Super Cruise Assist definitely takes time down from us because we're basically just utilizing the technology, electronic systems, AI to guide the course, and that does have its conservative methods that it actually goes through. So we're not really getting a very how can I say, fast output or productive burn from these things. It takes its time. But I'm just gonna run it like this for now, and then I'll manually do a run to see how many seconds or how much time we can actually cut off of it if we do not use the Super Cruise. Right now our time is about 3 minutes in. We're approaching Ortiz Morena. We're looking just to get in there and get ourselves situated with our commodities that we're looking for and get out. Ortiz Morena is coming up. And 2, 1. There she is. Jumping into the station. Again, we're doing everything auto here. We're gonna go ahead and put in our docking request once we get below 7.5 kilometers of the docking station. Auto dock is in progress. Again, this is another process that does take some time, but we are running it that way so we can make sure that we're not really pushing it. We're not really rushing to get a good time here. This is just on a normal basis. And if you have 4 commanders doing this at the same time, the average time is what we're looking for. We're not looking to be able to rush anything. We're about 4 minutes and 41 seconds in. And I guarantee you that if you do this on a manual basis, you'll be able to get in there a lot more faster, a lot more quicker. There's no need for you to actually go through the auto dock process or use the Super Cruise Assist. You can actually manually just run this out. So the time that I'm going to be giving you here on this is just going to be the time that we on a normal basis that you'll be spending. We just climbed over about 5 minutes. And our ship is coming to a landing. Docking 9. We are here. Starport services. We're going to get what we need. We know one of our commodities is definitely silver. So we're going to pick that up. And we only need about 388 of it. Let's just take just that, because we need more room for others. But 388, good. And then the rest we can actually fill up with Endite or Bertrandite, just to make sure that we have a full capacity on our cargo bay. Thank you very much for that. All right, so we already filled up. We're gonna get the refuel, and we're gonna just auto launch. We're gonna also plot in our course, because we know exactly where we're going, back into Arena. It's already bookmarked, so it's gonna be easy peasy for us to identify that. Because of our capacity, we are gonna jump twice to get back into Arena. That's not a problem. We're used to it by now. Regressing. Somebody else just beat us to it, of course, right? They never let the big guys go. They always let the small ones go first. All right, 7 minutes in. Let's get some music here. We're jumping over to LP771-95. Mass lock is off. Charging. That's really close to the station. Going hot. Yeah. Know where we're going, so we're just gonna go straight to it. Trajectory to Arena, 7.56 clicks out. FSD online. Coming up on 8 minutes, 9 minutes. Heading back to Arena. Aliyub is 670 light seconds out. Again, we're using the Super Cruise Assist just to bring us in. It's going to be another minute or so. We're at 9:41 on the clock. Let's go! Love that track, man. Love that track. We're coming in hot. Approaching 11 minutes right now. That's the body that Ali Hub is close by to, so we know that we're approaching it, and we're approaching it kind of fast too. Sometimes I think that this, the assistance, the Super Cruise assist, is just not doing its job, but here we go, approaching. Vector is clean. Clear path obstruction, but you have to understand that when you're approaching these big bodies, to make the adjustments of the gravity wells that they create, the ships sometimes have to slow down so that it doesn't lose control or overshoots. Because if you constantly keep on with full throttle all the way up, you're definitely going to miss the mark. You got to approach with caution. Oh man, we learned that the hard way. Ali up. Coming out of Super Cruise right now. I'm firing up boosters because we are 12 minutes 20 seconds out already from our, and we're back in here. We're gonna go ahead and request docking, but I'm gonna see if I can manually take this in there as close as possible. Remember, green light has to be on your right hand side. I'm slowing down.
Automated docking assist is now in progress.
Thank you very much. Approaching with caution. Landing gear up 13 minutes ago. We're now approaching back in Ali Hub. We're heading to landing pad 24. This most likely might be a 15-minute job right here. But as soon as our landing gears touch down, we stop that time. And again, we had a lot of Super Cruise assists. We had a lot of auto docks, and
landing gear deployed.
everything was automated on the regress. Landing gear down at 13 minutes 51 seconds. We're gonna stop the time on this right now because I think we got what we wanted.
Landing successful. Thrusters online. Deploying ground services.
Thank you very much. So I would say that we're back here within Ali Hub in a 14-minute time span, and I'm gonna lock it in as 14 minutes. And within that time, we're able to grab our missions. Well, not even grab our missions. We already had our missions. We just landing gear was up, and then we went towards our source station, got what we needed, and then came back, landing gear downs. And that took 14 minutes. So 14 minutes, do the calculation. We're going to pull in 50 million on this one particular. We have 4 other commanders that's doing the same exact thing. So those missions also on a 14 to 15 minute basis is going to yield us about 200 mil plus. And then if you do the calculation on an hourly basis, you're looking at upwards of about 800 mil per hour. And this is just based upon if everything runs right and you have every commander doing the same thing that you're doing. I wouldn't listen. Back when I started the game, I would love to have made 50 million in 15 minutes because that would have set us up for life. But here we have the opportunity years later with experience under our belts, and we're able to provide the same service to all of the upcoming commanders out there. So if you guys do want to join us in these particular missions and share these particular wealth when it comes around to making credits in Elite Dangerous, it is nothing. I tell you, it is nothing. It basically sets you up to get deeper and more involved into the game. So seek us out. Commander Supreme, you got Commander Villain, you got Commander Freeman, you got Commander Extreme. Find us. The descriptions are inside the link. So definitely look for us on Elite Dangerous platform, and let's get it. That's all we're asking for you to do. Become better. That's all we want. Be better commanders out there in the dark. See you guys then.